So, how many house points are they gonna lose this time?
50!
It says that Harry went from one of the most admired students to one of the most hated. Harry feels so ashamed of himself that he goes to Oliver Wood, Gryffindor's Quidditch captain, and offers to resign from the team. Hey guys! Merry Christmas! Today we're going to be reacting to Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling. But first, if you're new around here, listen up, because I've got a little secret for you. I'm not just any YouTuber. I am Charlotte the Starlet, and I'm a writer. So I don't just react, I review. And the way I do it is simple. If I like something, I add a point, starting from last video's total. And if I don't, I take one off. Now, as y'all can see, I got a couple friends with me. These are my girls, Angel and Glissa, and this is my little boy Seth. Right, let's jump in. Ron's hand had swollen to twice its usual size. It says the cut had turned a nasty shade of green. Oh, it looked as if Norbert's fangs were poisonous. It's a letter from Charlie. I'll be glad to take the Norwegian Ridgeback, but it won't be easy getting him here. I think the best thing will be to send him over with some friends of mine who are coming to visit me next week. Trouble is, they mustn't be seen carrying an illegal dragon. Get the Ridgeback up the tallest tower at midnight on Saturday. Right, so we are right at the start of chapter 15, The Forbidden Forest. Harry and Hermione just got caught sneaking around the school at night because they'd left the invisibility cloak at the top of the tower. So Filch brings them to Professor McGonagall's office. Aww, Hermione's trembling. Has she ever gotten in trouble like this before? Meanwhile, Harry's coming up with excuses, alibis, and wild cover-up stories. So, the reason Harry and Hermione were sneaking around in the first place was to meet the friends of Ron's brother Charlie and give them Hagrid's baby dragon to take to Romania because it's too dangerous for Hagrid to take care of at Hogwarts. And on the way to their meeting point, which was at the top of that tower, I swear Harry and Hermione overheard Malfoy snitching to McGonagall about what they were about to do. But she didn't believe him. And now they're in her office for the exact reason he said. This should be good. McGonagall is fuming. It says it looks like she's more likely to breathe fire than Hagrid's baby dragon. Wow. This is the first time Hermione's failed to answer a teacher's questions. Oh my days. Thank the Lord. McGonagall thinks she's worked out what's going on, and thankfully she's wrong. She thinks Harry and Hermione fed Malfoy some cock and bull story about the dragon to try and get him out of bed and into trouble. By the way, I forgot to mention, before McGonagall started questioning them, Filch brought Neville to the office too, because he knew that Malfoy knew what they were doing, and he snuck out of bed as well to try and find Harry and Hermione and warn them. McGonagall's assuming that Harry and Hermione think it's funny that Neville believed their story. When she says this, Neville is stunned, shocked, and appalled. I mean, like I said, she's wrong, but Neville don't know that. He believes her. Harry tries to silently communicate to Neville that this isn't true, but he obviously can't. Oh my gosh. Damn, McGonagall is ruthless. She straight up says, I'm disgusted. 4 students out of bed in one night. I've never heard of such a thing before. Oh my days. Yikes. So, how many house points are they gonna lose this time? 50! They lose 50 house points in one night? And they get detentions? Dang. Oh no. Yo! Just when I thought it could not get any worse, they don't just lose 50 points, you guys. They lose 50 points each. Dang. That means that Gryffindor will lose the lead that Harry had won them at the last Quidditch match. Oh, that must hurt. Little side note, didn't Hogwarts have something in the Great Hall that showed the standings of each house's house points? Imagine just being a regular student at Hogwarts and going to bed one night all proud and happy that your house is in the lead, and then waking up the next morning and seeing that you're now lost. You don't know how, you don't know why, you don't know who's responsible. That would suck. Especially if that sort of thing is happening like on the daily. Anyway, Harry tries to bargain with McGonagall, but he can barely get 2 words out before she cuts him off with, "Don't tell me what I can and can't do, Potter." Then she sends them back to bed. Damn, I really did not expect McGonagall to be that harsh with her words. Like, I know she's a strict teacher and everything, but still. Aww. Because they got in trouble, Harry didn't sleep at all, and for the whole night he heard Neville sobbing into his pillow, and he couldn't think of anything to say or do to comfort him. Yeah, I knew it. It says that in the Great Hall there are 4 giant hourglasses that record all the house points. Harry's also worried about what everyone else will think. Oh no. Okay, so I did wonder whether students would be annoyed that they'd lost all those house points, but I didn't actually expect them to react in any major way. Turns out I was wrong. Harry went from one of the most admired students to one of the most hated. Dang! Even Ravenclaws and Hufflepuffs turned on him. Yo, as a Hufflepuff, trust me when I say it takes a lot to get us mad. Oh, it says everyone was mad because everyone had been longing to see Slytherin finally lose the House Cup. Huh. Everywhere Harry went, people pointed at him and didn't even try to lower their voices as they insulted him. Oh my days. There have been a couple of times in my life where I've been the target of this sort of attention, and it completely wrecked me at the time. I kind of want to do a story time about it one day, because like Harry, what was going around about me wasn't true, and the people surrounding me at the time were either being incredibly toxic towards me, like the Ravenclaws and the Hufflepuffs, or incredibly patronizing and sarcastic towards me, like the Slytherins, and I only had my closest friends stand by me. Harry only has Ron. I can't even imagine having only one person support you, even if they're your bestest friend in the whole world. A big part of what wrecked me was the fact that I felt like I had absolutely nobody support me or believe me about what actually happened. Anyway, Ron tries to make Harry feel better by telling him that everyone would forget about what happened in a few weeks, and that Fred and George have lost tons of points in all their time at Hogwarts, and everyone still likes them. Aww. It doesn't really do much to comfort Harry though, and he made a promise to himself not to meddle in things that weren't his business anymore. He's done with sneaking around and spying. Aww. Harry feels so ashamed of himself that he goes to Oliver Wood, Gryffindor's Quidditch captain, and offers to resign from the team. But who's gonna be the new Seeker? There's literally no one in existence who's as good as Harry. Yeah, Wood refuses, just like I thought. Oh wow. Even the Quidditch team won't talk to Harry. And if they have to refer to him, they just call him the Seeker. That's humiliating. Aww. people aren't talking to Hermione or Neville either. Admittedly, they don't have it as bad as Harry because they're not as popular, but still. Ooh, hold up. It says that a week before the exams were due to start, Harry's goal of not interfering with anything was put to an unexpected test. When Harry was walking down a hallway on his own one day, he overheard Quirrell's voice in a classroom. It sounded as if someone was threatening him and he was whimpering. Then the next second, he rushed out of the classroom, straightening his turban. He looked pale and like he was about to cry. He didn't seem to notice Harry though. He waited until Quirrell was gone, then peered into the classroom and saw that it was empty, but there was a door that stood ajar at the other end. Oh my days. Harry was halfway to that door when he remembered his little promise to himself about not interfering. Despite that, he gambled 12 Philosopher's Stones that Snape had just left through that door. Honestly, it's like he never even made that promise. I relate though. Like, sometimes I find myself opening another pack of biscuits despite promising myself to stop. So, Harry goes back to the library where Hermione's testing Ron on astronomy, and he tells them what he just heard, which pretty much convinces them that Quirrell had finally given in to Snape and told him how to get past what's guarding the Philosopher's Stone. It says that Ron asks Harry what they should do, with the light of adventure kindling again in his eyes. That description is gorgeous. Oh, Hermione answers for him though. She says they should go to Dumbledore and that they should have done that ages ago, because if they try to do something themselves, they'll be thrown out of Hogwarts for sure. But Harry argues that if they do that, they won't be believed again. Quirrell's too scared to back them up, and all Snape has to say is that he has no idea how the troll got in at Halloween, and that he was nowhere near the forbidden third corridor. Plus, since it's not exactly a secret that they hate Snape, Dumbledore will just think they made it up to get him sacked. Filch wouldn't help them if his life depended on it, and they're not meant to know about any of this anyway. Hermione stands by Harry, but Ron doesn't. He's tempted to just do a tiny bit of poking around, but Harry refuses and insists they just continue studying. Looks like he is sticking to that promise. Anyway, that is where I'm gonna leave it, you guys. Oh my days, I really want to continue. It's getting so good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give that like button a little kiss and subscribe to become a Starlet. Don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram and Tumblr. And if you have read something that has just left you shook beyond repair, let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys later. Bye!